So I have in my mind a function. My application, I want it just to execute a function. In which language I will write this? Is it a good one? What is used today to create the back end environment to create this function? And then how will I connect this with the interface and the web page?
What you need, what you're talking about is something like you have an engine or something that essentially executes some data, like you pass some inputs and return some outputs. That's fine, that will be like your logic where it resides. But what you need to do, build on the backend side what is RESTful APIs. So APIs that you interact, something like, for example, it will give you endpoint, like where a web page could communicate. So, for example, like you will have your backend where you have a RESTful API. RESTful is a convention of how you should write essentially your APIs. When there's it's a long discussion just for that, but essentially it's like let's say you have your API that is like on a web server, and you call an endpoint. An endpoint essentially is like an address. So let's say if you want to have the list of people, list, you'll have something like your address slash people, and these will return data. Essentially, respond with the normally JSON, it could be XML, could be whatever, but like most commonly is the JSON data. And then your front end, the client side, what you do like in JavaScript normally, you'll just use some library to call this API, get the data back, and then populate your interface with the data you receive from the API.
Okay.
So that's what it's differentiates between front end, which is like building an interface that's consumed data, and the back end, which is essentially people that manage these RESTful APIs or APIs simply to get the essentially doing the processing on the background and then give back to whatever request comes, give back the data as a result.
Can we build all of this in Python?
No.
No.
You can build in Python something like, talking again about web applications, you can build the backend in Python. You can use like
the engine.
The engine, but also the APIs.
Harvest data, execute formulas, create the output. But now, in order to take this output and throw to a website, we need something else.
Well, to throw this out, you need this, as I said, the APIs. And you can build this API, for example, if you use Python, you can use Flask, which is a popular framework, or there's many of them, but there's also Django. Django will give you also an administration area by itself, just giving models, will build everything by itself. And with this one, you can build everything in Python, and it will give you like this famous API. Then from the front end, your only option is JavaScript.
Okay. You can't avoid it when you want.
You can't avoid it, no. For a web application, there's no other way.